What's going on, guys? It is JM, it is speakboxing. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel before you click on to any of the videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you guys have any opinions on what I'm saying in any of the videos. Like always, it is appreciated if you guys could drop me a quick sub or two on my channel. So, WBC heavyweight champion of the world Deontay Wilder says that he is willing to fight Dillian Whyte, but only if he gets it in a contract that he will face Anthony Joshua afterwards, that he'll get a straight shot at Anthony Joshua in a unification bout afterwards. So basically, he says if he gets past Bermain Stavern this weekend, then he'll fight Whyte earlier in 2018. Eddie Hearn wants the fight to be in February. As long as he gets a straight shot at Anthony Joshua, he wants that in a contract. But Eddie Hearn isn't too keen on doing this. Apparently, he says that's not how things work, that they're going to have to come up with another way of doing it. And I don't really understand why, because that seems perfectly reasonable from Deontay Wilder, especially after last week when he was asking for $7 million, but knowing that he'll get the Anthony Joshua fight straight afterwards, then obviously he's going to take less money for the Whyte fight, deal with Whyte, well, if he can deal with Whyte, and then face Anthony Joshua afterwards. And I think that'll be good for building the fight, because obviously if he fights Dillian Whyte, him and Anthony Joshua will have a common opponent. But not only is it a common opponent, it's Anthony Joshua's domestic nemesis. Dillian Whyte it's his British rival. So if Deontay Wilder dispatches of Dillian Whyte quicker than Anthony Joshua did, then that sets up the fight, in my opinion, a lot more. And a lot of people will tune in to watch the fight, especially in the UK. If a British fighter is fighting for the world heavyweight title, people will tune in to watch that, in my opinion. So that gets a little buzz around Deontay Wilder, and him being a world champion as well, that just puts the icing on the cake for a big unification bout in the summer. So I don't understand Eddie Hearn's reason. Is it to do with ego? He doesn't really want to give in to the demands of Deontay Wilder. Like, I don't really know why Eddie Hearn doesn't want to do this. He'll have to speak on the situation. He probably will in one of his regular IFL TV interviews. He'll probably break down the situation. But at the moment, I don't really understand why Eddie Hearn wouldn't do it. It just seems like a good deal, in my opinion. Deontay Wilder fight Whyte, and then face Anthony Joshua afterwards. Like, that builds the fight. And if Dillian Whyte beats Deontay Wilder somehow, even though I don't think Dillian Whyte can beat Deontay Wilder, I've always thought that Deontay Wilder would knock Dillian Whyte out. I just believe that was going to happen. I just think Deontay Wilder's style is just all wrong for Dillian Whyte. But if Dillian Whyte did manage somehow to beat Deontay Wilder, then that sets the rivalry between him and Joshua alight again, because he'll have a world title. He'd have been a guy who's just knocked out a top heavyweight champion, and him and Joshua can relight the fire of their first fight in a big domestic rematch in the summer. So I don't understand why Eddie Hearn doesn't really want to do this. He'll have to break the situation down, and I don't know his reasons right now why he's not doing this, but it just seems like a good deal to me, and a perfectly reasonable one from Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn was going to do this for Luis Ortiz, even though Luis Ortiz was a mandatory for Anthony Joshua. He was going to stick Luis Ortiz on one of Joshua's undercards in a fight, and then get the British public noticing him, and then put him in with Anthony Joshua afterwards. He was going to do that, like give Luis Ortiz a fight, and then already have the contract signed to fight Anthony Joshua. And this is basically what Deontay Wilder wants, but Eddie Hearn's not giving in to the demands. Lou DiBella, who is the promoter of Deontay Wilder, obviously Al Heyman is his advisor, but Lou DiBella is his promoter. He says that he doesn't want Deontay Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte at all. He just wants him to fight Anthony Joshua straight away. So this is Deontay Wilder's decision, in my opinion, if he faces Dillian Whyte, and he looks like he wants to do it, but only if he gets a shot at Anthony Joshua afterwards, and I just think that's reasonable. So what's your guys' opinions on this? Comment below in the comment section. It's JM, it's speakboxing.